Alright, so this circuit is controlling this DC motor. It's turning it on and off, changing its direction, and controlling its speed. We have power and ground coming over from the Arduino into the breadboard. 2 push buttons. The top push button is turning the Arduino on and off. Not the Arduino. It's turning the DC motor on and off. It's got power here. Its bottom leg is connected to digital pin 5. Reading is an input, so when you press it, it's inputting the DC motor turn on or off. And the second push button, which is connected to power, is connected to digital pin 4, which is reading as an input. When you press it, it's changing the direction of the DC motor. And both push buttons are connected to ground with one 10 kilo ohm resistor apiece. And then for the change in speed, we have the potentiometer, which is connected to ground and power, and then this green wire to analog input 1 or 0, analog input 0. And when you turn it, it changes the speed of the DC motor, so it increases it or decreases it. This component right here, the black bar basically, is an H-bridge, which is a circuit that allows you to control the polarity of the voltage applied to a load, which in this case it's a motor. And this one is a integrated circuit, which is a component that holds a larger circuit in a tinier package like that, which they make more complex circuits simpler and easier to use, pretty much. It has 16 pins on it, so starting at the top left one and counting down towards the bottom left is 1 through 8, and then in a U shape, starting with bottom right to the top right is 8 through 16. So pin 1 is connected to digital pin 9, which is the enable pin, essentially enabling the H-bridge to do its job. For power for the H-bridge, we have this orange wire here connected to the Arduino power, and then for additional power to power DC motor in pin 8 is this second orange wire here, which is connected to the 9-volt battery. Digital pins 2 and 3 are connected to the H-bridge pins 7 and 2 respectively, and each of these pins communicate with the H-bridge, telling the DC motor which direction to spin. So H-bridge pin 2 to digital pin 3 will tell the DC motor to spin one direction if the reading in the code in the pin is low and high, and then H-bridge pin 7 to digital pin 2 will tell it to spin the opposite direction when the code is opposite high low. And if they're both the same between each pins on the H-bridge and digital pins, then the motor will stop spinning. And then the entire circuit is connected to ground through this long orange wire here. So 9-volt to ground and then Arduino to ground. And then when it's all hooked up, so plug it in. It's plugged in. When I press the top button, it'll turn on. So it's on. Press it again, it'll turn off. It turns off. Turn back on. And then pressing the second button here will change the direction. It's kind of fast, but it changes direction. And then spinning the potentiometer will change the speed, so lower it. It'll speed it up. change direction again. Turn it off.